Here. So today we're gonna talk about MoviePass. All right. So it is like AMC A-List. I'm also gonna do an updated AMC A-List video that's gonna be coming up very soon. So look out for that because they just updated their terms and services and stuff and things that they provide. Anyway, so I'm gonna do MoviePass because someone commented on my last video about AMC A-List and said that they don't really have an AMC around them, which is wild because they're everywhere. But I mean, it makes sense though. There are some places that they aren't. So I thought MoviePass might be a better solution. I don't know if there's a Regal. Maybe Regal is more prominent in their area, and I haven't really done a Regal rewards video, but I might do that one. Don't really enjoy the Regal Rewards one, but I might do that one too. But let's talk about MoviePass today. So, MoviePass, for those of you that don't know, was a service that existed before in I want to say 2019. I think that's when I had it, and I think somewhere I still have the little red MasterCard that they gave us so that we can go to the movies with. And basically, MoviePass before was $10 a month, and you could see pretty much any movie, at least initially. And obviously, that was a bad business model. They lost a lot of money, and there was a lot of fraud, and company went under. And one of the creators of MoviePass, one of the initial creators, got bought out, and then he decided to buy the company back after it was being basically sold for parts. And he reinstated it, and it's back up and running, and with a hopefully better business model. But now, ever since MoviePass kind of started the entire going to the movies in a subscription-based way, A-List, AMC A-List, Regal's Rewards, all of them decided to have their own version of it because they realized people really wanted this. I feel like AMC A-List offers a better service and better experience than MoviePass does, at least for me, where I am. But I'm in New York. There's a lot of movie theaters around me, and a lot of AMCs specifically. So I, know that I'm privileged in that way. But for people that might live in the middle of the country, they might not have access to an AMC readily nearby. So A-List might not be their first go-to. So let's see if MoviePass will help them, right? So this is independent. They are not a movie theater chain. They just allow you to pay a certain subscription a month in order for you to be able to go to movies maybe more frequently than you could if you were not able to before because of the budget, right? So it's MoviePass, made for movie people. The only membership made for people who love movies. That's not true, but we'll go with their stuff, right? So the plans that they have, if you are not in, I guess SoCal is Southern California and NYC, then you go to general plans. I'm going to start with general plans because these Southern California and NYC plans, again, I feel like if you live there, you could pretty much go to an AMC and have better benefits than MoviePass gives you. But we'll go with the general plans, right? So it says choose a plan that works for you, right? Picks the perfect plan based on your price point and movie-going habits. Plans start as low as $8.33 and vary based on location. Cancel anytime, no blackout dates, no restrictions. Now, that I do enjoy because A-List, I think, does have a cancellation policy that I think if you cancel, you can't resubscribe for 3 months or something like that. I don't know if they changed that, but we'll check it out when we do the A-List video. So, these are the general plans. You have plans that are offered in all areas outside of Southern California and New York City, right? Browse these plans and click the one that, best suits you, and you can create a free MoviePass account with it. So the basic plan is $13 a month. I guess you could see 1 to 3 movies, and that gives you 34 credits. Credits roll over, and you can cancel at any time. There is a caveat to the credits rolling over. We'll talk about it when we talk about credits. The standard plan, which is their most popular, is $23 a month, and you get to watch 2 to 4 movies, and that gives you 72 credits. The premium plan is $33 a month, and that gives you 4 to 5 movies, and that's 113 credits. If you do the annual plan, which is their best deal, if you pay $100 for the year, You get basically that's $8.33 a month, according to them. That's the best deal that you can get. I'm not sure how many movies you get to watch because it doesn't really say here. It really should, but that's pretty good that it has an annual plan, because that way you can just pay once, not have to worry about it for a year. I really enjoy annual plans. I wish A-List had that, but they don't. So far, yeah, MoviePass has another one up, right? Go to the Southern California and NYC plans, just in case there's somebody watching from there and thinking about MoviePass, right? So they have the annual plan is $200 a year, which the lowest would be $16.66 a month, which is a bit high, but it does make sense because of the area. Basically, if you guys don't know, Southern California, that includes Los Angeles and other places, San Diego, stuff like that, San Francisco, and NYC. Basically, Los Angeles and NYC are the biggest movie-going areas in America, right? Basically, because they're the most populated places in America. But that's basically where most concentration of movie theaters are, most concentration of people are. So the prices for going to the movies in these places are higher than in other places. So if I go to Nebraska, for example, and let's say I go to an AMC in Nebraska, the ticket prices there are going to be much lower than in Los Angeles or in New York, right? So the basic plan for them is $20 a month, and that's 1 to 3 movies. Standard plan is $30 a month, which is 2 to 4 movies, and the premium plan is $40 a month, which is 3 to 5 movies. Now, this is pretty good. AMC A-List right now is about $30 a month. I think it might be a little higher than $30 a month because it just went up. It was like $26, $27, and now it just went up to about, I think, $30. But you could watch up to 4 movies a week and in any format. This, I don't know about the format, right? Because it says 2 to 4 movies, so I assume the way that they, divvy it up is you can watch 4 movies if they're all standard. But if you're watching, let's say, an IMAX or a 3D movie or a Dolby, then it would be maybe 2 movies because, the credits, how the credits work is what we're going to talk about now. So, what are credits? Credits are your MoviePass currency. Use them however you like to create a personalized plan that fits your movie-going habits. How movie people are using MoviePass. So, Tim from Dallas has the basic plan, and he has 34 credits, right? Tim is a superhero superfan that needs to see the biggest movie on opening night. For superhero less months, he rolls his credits over, right? So let's say that Tim here just watched Thunderbolts, so he used some credits to watch Thunderbolts, right? And he has 30 credits. So that means if, he wants to watch, let's say, Thunderbolts in 3D, it cost him about, let's say, 15, 20 credits. So then he only has, let's say it's 20 credits. He only has 10 left for the month. But he'll get 30 more credits next month when he pays again. So then he'll be at 40 credits, right? So, but that month there's no, let's say there's no superhero movie, right? There's no, let's say Superman is the next one that's coming out. So it's not till Superman that he wants to watch another movie. So he can roll over his credits until then. Well, sort of. I'll explain. Laura is a teacher who loves to spend hot summer days at the movies. During the school year, she sticks to nights and weekends. So for weekdays afternoons, she uses about 15 credits. For weekend afternoons, she uses about 25 credits. For weekend nights, she uses about 30 credits. And she has 72 credits to spend, right? With the standard plan. Then we have Spencer. He will see just about anything in a movie theater. He makes the most of his MoviePass this weekday with weekday matinees on his days off. So the matinees mean that the tickets are cheaper, so that's how the credits vary, right? So on the weekday evenings, he's paying 20 credits, which is a little more, but on weekday matinees, which is like in the morning, like 11, 10 a.m., he's watching movies and it's 15 credits instead of 20, right? Weekend afternoons, probably a lot higher, 25 credits, because that's what most people are watching movies, so the ticket prices are higher. Weekend evenings is basically the highest price tickets that you can get. and that's why it's 30 credits, right? But he has the premium plan, so he gets 113 credits a month, right? How credits work. A movie's credit value will vary. This is where I kind of don't agree with the MoviePass way due to this, let's say, vague language, right? So a movie's credit value will vary based on demand and factors like time of day, day of the week. Credits give you the ultimate flexibility. Save your credits for that blockbuster premiere, or use them for a midweek matinee. It's up to you, right? So you see all these people are using the credits in different ways, right? This guy only uses it for certain movies. This lady uses it sometimes in the afternoons on weekdays, sometimes on weekend nights, right? And this guy uses it all the time. He uses it in the weekday evenings, weekday mornings, and weekends. So, afternoon and nights. So they're using it in different ways. And you see the credits vary. Now, the reason that I don't like the vague language is because it says the movie credit value will vary based on demand, right? And factors like, but not exactly this, right? So like they're giving one of the factors, right? Time of day, day of the week. But there are different factors that they're not really talking about here. For example, I don't have a MoviePass subscription, but I can just assume based on demand for a movie like Sinners. Initially, the credits were probably less to watch a Sinners movie, but as demand got higher, basically as more people went to go see it and wanted to see it, and they got more screens or less screens, the demand fluctuated, so the credits that you could use to watch Sinners changed. I really don't like that. So, for example, if I'm watching Sinners, I watched Sinners, let's say, at the beginning of when it first came out, it was probably a lot less credits, right, than when let's say, to watch it this weekend, right, when everybody wants to go. They just opened more IMAX theaters so people could go, and more people are, basically, it's like almost sold out, so the demand is really high, right? So that's just another factor based on demand. So it changes based on that. I really don't like that because that means for a movie that I just saw that I would like to see again, I now have to use more credits, right? Or in this case, more money. So I don't like their credit rollover, their credit system. Their credits rollover system I actually do like. So use them all at once or save them up. Like Tim, for example, he saves them because he doesn't watch a movie every month. He only watches a superhero movie. So if there's no superhero movie, he can roll them over. But there's a limit, right? Your credits roll over. You can have up to 2 months of credits in your account at any time. For example, if your plan is 34 credits, like Tim, he can only have up to 68 credits in his account. So even if he just saw Thunderbolts and he's not planning to go back to the theater till July to watch the Superman movie that's coming out, he can only roll over 2 months. So by, let's see, we're in May. By June, right? Basically by July, he would already have to use his May credits because, they would be done by July. By the time July rolls around, he needs to have those 2 months credits used up because he can only save 2 months. You understand what I'm saying? So if he doesn't want to go to the movie theater again until October, he's fucked. You know what I mean? Those credits they go away. So I really don't like that system, that part of the system. I do like that it rolls over. So if, for example, I didn't go to movies as much this month, I'm still able to go next month. So for somebody, for example, that has A-list like me, I go to the movies frequently, right? And now, again, they just upped it to 4 movies a week. So if I'm going to the movie theater, let's say 4 times a week, I am going to the movie theaters a lot, right? But if I'm only going once a month, I just spent a lot of money, right, on my AMC A-list account, and I haven't even gone to the movie theater more than once or at all, right? Let's say this month I didn't go at all. So then, like, this rollover system I really enjoy because then I could just save it for next month, right? Even though I'm still paying the monthly fee. So even if I roll the credits over, I am still paying the monthly fee, even though I didn't just let's say I didn't use it for last month, the MoviePass, let's say. I paid for last month of MoviePass, and now I'm paying for a new month of MoviePass, but at least my credits roll over. So, that is an advantage of that. But again, it's only for 2 months, so I don't know how much of an advantage that would be to someone that doesn't really go to the movie theaters that often, right? But this is not for people that don't go to the movie theaters that often. This is people that go to the movie theaters a lot, right? And this is one of the services that can happen or that you can use to go to the movie theaters if you don't have an AMC around you. I still think it has value, and I still think it's worth it. Again, if you don't really have an AMC, because to me, the plan is not better than the AMC plan, or maybe even the Regal plan for Regal, but we'll talk about that when we get there because I don't really know that one that well. But most of the time, the movie theater themselves, their own subscription service is a little better than using a MoviePass. But the MoviePass at least offers variety, so you can go to different theaters if you want to and still just have the monthly subscription of one service, right? So that's pretty good. Anyway, the last thing I want to go over is the theaters. So if I wanted to select the theater near me, right, it would be any one of these theaters right near Manhattan. That's great. If I wanted to, let's zoom out, see if they give us more. Okay, here you go, more options. So, like I said, if you're in the middle of the country, for example, there's not a lot of movie theaters here, right? Pennsylvania, for example, there's like maybe around here 2 options, 3 options. So you select the theater, you can go to the website, you know what I mean, and select from there. So, but they do have, like, it does look like they have, a bunch of theaters. They said over 4,000. It looks like they do have a bunch, right? I'm only focused in America. I know they have some, I think, in Canada and stuff, but I'm only focused in America for now. But yeah, so you see? Oh, that's even better. They have how many? So, like, we have 317 theaters that are available for MoviePass here. And then in Southern California, right, 237, 145. So as you can see, like I said, this makes sense why they charge more around here because there's more people. Whereas, the middle of the country here, you have 3 theaters only. Poor, wherever this is. Oklahoma. Oh, man, But yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they have a lot of theaters, it looks like. But that's my point, where it's like you don't have to go to an AMC if you don't want to. That's the ease of MoviePass. So I would suggest this to someone that, again, lives somewhere where there's not a lot of movie theaters, not a lot of movie theater locations, or that they have movie theaters but they're not big brand chains like AMC or a Regal or something like that. And so because they'll still accept the MasterCard, the MoviePass MasterCard for the most part. And if they don't, I'm pretty sure MoviePass, in order to expand, will, like, if you call them up and tell them, hey, I have a movie theater near my house or whatever, but they don't, accept MoviePass or whatever, they'll talk to that theater and they'll try to accept them to bring them into their map of theaters that will be in their area. So that's pretty good. Hopefully this has been informative. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you're going to check out MoviePass, if you have MoviePass, what your experience has been like. Maybe it's different than what I'm saying. You guys let me know what you think down below. This has been Another Useless Skill.